the sedition law has been used in independent India to crush dissent against people who raise questions about the state, who are working in the realm of democracy. Because democracy is based on the premise that people work towards overthrowing an elected government. How do you throw an elected government in an election process unless you go to the people and tell the people that the existing government is not doing its work, is not answering the people's voices, is actually against the people. So in a way, creating disaffection is an elementary part of democracy. Creating disaffection is the very basis of sedition law in India. And the basis of this law is in colonial India, where they did not want anybody in any remote way raising any question about the colonial state. So we have to understand that the roots of this law is a root which is based on an anti-democratic, undemocratic premise. And it is also a basis which will tend and will only be used to crush dissent. It will be misused and abused without any type of oversight. It's a great matter of regret that the Supreme Court of India has declared sedition law as constitutional when there is enough evidence to show, even at the time that the judgment was passed, that it was being used against people, against democracy, and to crush dissent. The time has now come when there's a huge body of law that is available of the serious misuse, the abuse of the sedition law. Now there are instances where children have been put under sedition law. People who have taken issues against environmentally destructive projects have been booked under sedition law. There is an instance in Kudangulam, the anti-nuclear struggle, where children stood with placards. They were picked up under sedition law and arrested. There are farmers who have fought on the whole issue of remunerative prices who booked under sedition law. There are people who have written issues in a satirical way, either through a comic strip or through written verse, who are being booked under sedition law. So there is now enough body to show that this law is not only being misused, but that the very basis of the law is to abuse the law. And therefore this law has to be removed and thrown out of the law books.